What is going on, guys? It's Kevin here with ModMyMods, and it is a lovely Friday afternoon. The sun is out, it's bright, it's shiny, and it actually feels kind of nice. It feels nice on my skin. It's kind of cool. Hopefully you guys are having a great day like I am. Actually, today was kind of rough, to be perfectly honest with you. New York State likes to bend you over backwards occasionally, and today I am experiencing that. But that is beside the point. Today, we are going to talk about some awesome little things that I found on the internet, and that's about it, really. I have a couple updates, a couple news things, and to be perfectly honest with you, it looks like my sync for the microphone has been completely screwed up. Hopefully, it doesn't look as bad now, because I kind of fixed it again. But every time that I reconfigure the camera and this microphone in particular, it decides to do like the Chinese movie effect. I don't exactly care for that. So I'm trying to figure out and trying to make it actually happen so it doesn't look terrible. Hopefully we're getting better. Again, I've been able to... Oh, that looks way worse, I think. I've been able to try and dial it in a little bit here. I'm thinking about 5 milliseconds is about good, but hopefully it doesn't look too bad. So thanks everybody for joining us today. I appreciate it. You guys could be anywhere else in the world, but you guys are here with me, and I appreciate that. That's what I appreciate about you. Okay, so Celtic and Captain, not Nancy, appreciate you coming, and Mr. Wood himself, the big, the bad, the Mr. Wood. He's here on the ModMyMods news update, and actually, funny enough, we're going to be talking about not you, but your products today. Again, fancy that, right? So, I appreciate you being here, and without further ado, let's take a look at some of the fun things that I found on the internets the past couple days. I'm actually going to try and turn my microphone down a little bit here, because I don't want to be blowing you out here. But to be perfectly honest with you, I got to figure out how it works, because again, you got all these different little slider bars. Hopefully everything sounds all right and I'm not peaking too bad and it doesn't sound terrible. So again, without further ado, let's take a look at some things in the news. So today I noticed on Watercool's Twitter page, they are actually allowing pre-orders. You can pre-order RTX 30 series blocks through their webpage, which I am relatively surprised about. I didn't know that. I had no idea. So, if you go on to their webpage, you can actually go through and pre-order one, which is kind of cool. Which is also saying that they're going to be available on November 12th, which means I want one, like now. So please, 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 Jacob, if you could, get us some. That'd be awesome. That would be incredible. I honestly have no idea what these look like. I am excited to see what they look like. And, well, if it's anything like anything that Watercool makes, it will not, fail to impress. I'm sure of it, because they make some pretty good stuff. Mr. Thaw, appreciate you joining. I'm glad that you came from Daz's forum. Daz is a great guy. I love the guy. He is awesome, and we really appreciate all the things that he does for us as well. He has some incredible cable combs, some awesome cabling and extensions and all sorts of stuff. So big thank you and shout out to him. Speaking of shout outs, Watercool has helped us out on some of the builds that we're doing in the next, one of the major builds that we're doing for AMD. So a big thank you to them as well. But again, if you are interested and you really want to get your hands on one of those 3080, 3090 blocks, you can head on over to one of their website, or head on over to their website. And if you can't read any of this, this is actually in English, because I think, yeah, this is the German page, Bood. Right there, boom. So if you can't read any of that, you can actually click this little tab that's up here in the top right corner, and it'll convert it to English for you. Because some of us aren't, multilingual like we should be. But besides that, the other thing that I found on the internet today was that Tom's Hardware had put out something about Intel and announcing their Rocket Lake 2021 release, which kind of makes me laugh a little bit, considering the fact that AMD has actually really been kicking Intel's ass lately. I'm an AMD hater, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm a Intel fanboy through and through. However, it's making it harder and harder not to like them. Considering like the 3960X is an incredible chip. And even pretty much any of the 39 series or 39XX chips from AMD are incredible. So now with the announcement of the Zen 3 chip that's going to be not only affordable, but again, mop up sometimes the Intel, benchmarks and stuff like that. It's, it's like hating a BMW for the longest time and then going and buying one and going, well, I mean, I understand why I hate it because it stands for Bring Me Wallet, but now that I drive it, it's pretty comfortable. And, it's not bad. So I kind of understand that, and it has kind of sort of swayed my perception on how AMD functions and how they're working and how they've really come a long way, especially from the AM4 style stuff up until now. I mean, it's unbelievable how comparable they are to Intel. And I cringe when I say that because, again, the fanboy inside of me says, how could you turn to the dark side? Something dark side. Like, no, I can't do that. But, I mean, Palpatine makes a pretty good debate. I mean, not gonna lie. So it's tough. Again, Intel is saying that they're going to be releasing this just ahead of AMD makes me think that they're kind of shaking in their boots a little bit here. And they're going, oh, shoot. Well, that 10th series gen, that didn't go so well. So maybe we should rectify the problem by, we'll just beat them out. We'll beat them into the corner. And, if you know anything about corners, it's not always about how fast you get into it and how fast you get out of it. Smooth is fast, and smooth doesn't always necessarily mean fast. So, I mean, Mr. Wood probably knows that your BRZ doesn't necessarily go in there fast, but hey, smooth is fast, right? You can make that thing push it. I know. With the real carbon fiber hood, I like that, by the way. Yeah, I would agree. I'm gonna wait until I get on it, until I actually can actually use one for myself. And again, the hype's real. Let's jump on the hype train. I'll wait. We'll see what happens, But again, that was some of the things that I found on Tom's Hardware. And if you'd like to read that article, that is there for your viewing pleasure. I'm waiting for Big Navi. I'm the opposite. I don't like NVIDIA. You know what? I can't say I follow that. Can't say that I agree with that. However, we can agree to disagree because those 6000 series chips or the 6000 series graphics cards that are supposed to be coming out are supposed to be pretty bamf. I'm not going to lie. No, my GT86 goes around corners sideways at 30. That's right. With the Toyota Prius tires on it. I love it. That's pretty cool. Oh, I love the color of that too. I've always been a fan of blue. If you didn't know, they definitely have some pretty cool stuff. What the hell is this? So you can Maswood Aham Siraji apparently got his herpes cured a month ago. And unfortunately, that is not the form for this, boss. So we're going to give you a little bit of a block here. Sorry. Yeah, no, don't be advertising on my freaking stream. Here's the door. Show yourself out. Okay, great. Thanks. Moving on, now that we're done with that, if you haven't seen Mr. Greg Salazar, he came out with a video about the non-RGB computer case, which was pretty dope. And actually, the cool part about this entire video is that he built it using, relatively basic parts. I mean, not anything crazy. But on top of that, there was somebody special that was on the computer with him while he was doing this here. And I wanted to just give him a big shout out, big thank you to Greg for letting us have a opportunity to work with him. Because
you're probably wondering what the heck this is, and I don't blame you because it does look a bit strange. I've got something to say about this. Wow, my hair is totally whacked out. This right here is a fractal design Define 7 compact. Define 7C, it's what it stood for.
Yes, it is.
Look, I'm impatient. I didn't want to wait for whatever Meshify version of the Define 7 compact fractal design is likely to release at some point, maybe in 2021. I sent this front panel over to my good friends over at ModMyMods, and they etched this beautiful design that actually matches the optional top panel as well.
Hey, I think I know those guys.
In the Define 7 compact. This looks literally stock. I am blown away by how well just how great this turned out overall, both aesthetically and functionally, which we'll get to later on in the video. They even gave me an included dust filter. They built one in. It literally looks like this is how the case should have come from the factory, had it been the Meshify version to begin with. And we still have the grills on the sides that are going to allow some air to enter as well. But anyway, we're going to cut to a quick interview with them, and they're going to talk about how they cut this thing in their shop.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, I know that guy. I've seen him before. I don't know where. I've seen him somewhere, but he's some guy. Apparently he works at ModMyMods or something like that. And we basically talk with Greg here. I'm not gonna, make you listen to my voice double the amount of time that you actually really want to. But we did talk with Greg, and we went over, and apparently my camera was out of focus because look how soft my baby face is. It's so smooth and so soft. Yeah, no, that's terrible. It's terrible. I gotta fix it. It's unacceptable. You couldn't have told me about that ahead of time, Greg. Look at how clean his face looks and how terrible mine does. Anyways, I get to actually talk a little bit with Greg Salazar, the man himself, about how we ended up going on and cutting that panel. So if you want to see this little interview that we did with him, head on over to his website, well, not his website, but to his YouTube page. You get to see some of the little bit of the behind the scenes on what we do here, some of the CNC work that we do. Obviously we had to create that panel for him. So we talk a little bit about it, talk about the process, how we actually ended up doing it, and you can listen to me blab a little bit more about how ModMyMods is awesome. Look, see, ModMyMods, it's awesome. Anyways, head on over there. Greg Salazar, he's on YouTube. He's got some subscribers, just a few. But yeah, it's a pretty neat little video, and he's always got cool stuff that's coming out. Recently, he just put out another thing about the Zen 3 and how Intel and AMD are doing quite a competition. So give him a like, a share, a tweet, a follow. He would appreciate that very, very much. Another thing on Tom's Hardware as well, AMD talks about their Zen 3, the Ryzen 5000 release date, specs, performance, all of this good stuff. And again, I mean, that's tough to compete with. 16 cores, 32 threads at $800. I mean, that's a pretty daggone good price if you ask me. But that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I'm looking at the chat now. Apparently, let's see here, let me scroll up, because last time I talked to somebody, it was Mike, Mr. Wood himself, about his his bright blue car. Still rocking 955, awaiting parts. This is Hiss, who's a local customer, actually, not too far from us, down in, I think, Leroy. But AMD has always been a winner when it comes to price and performance. Either way, competition does us all a little bit good. Too bad there isn't a third option. I mean, there is, but yeah, no, I'm not using that. Christ, no, not happening. Not happening. He's gonna. Bobby says he needs to go to Big Navi soon because the RX 580 is giving out on him. Trust me, I understand. I gotta figure something out because my 1080, it's not doing terrible, but it's not pushing 165 frames a second because that's what I have. I got the big ol' curved. What is it? The G34QC. Which is the big curved monitor from Aorus, which is the 2K version, but it's 165 hertz. And that between the 4790K and the 1080 Ti, I'm just getting bottlenecks, so I understand. Apparently, Shellback made it on Asus. That's pretty dope. Send me a link. I'll share it. I'll share it right now. Travis, sorry it took me a second here to see what was going on. Brian, I want a 30 series, but won't be able to get one until spring from the sound of things. Gives me time to see how Big Navi performs. We'll be looking for the blocks for whichever one I get. I totally understand. I would love to see how the whole 30 series things play out. You know, we're supposed to be getting a few in ourselves to make sure that things work on certain blocks and on certain things for testing purposes, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, as soon as I get one, I'll show it off on the stream and whatnot, but, you know, we'll see. I'm not interested, to be honest, I'm not even interested in the RTX 2 yet. Yeah, alright. Do we expect to see a price war between Intel and AMD? Okay, so I'm going to guess no. And the reason I'm going to say that, Mr. Wood, is because AMD has always been the cheaper option. Always, always, always. And it's not like it's a bad cheaper option. It just is the cheaper option, right? And it's not a fact of it being a bad thing either, because they're like their best bang for their budget type of thing. So I can't say that Intel is just automatically going to go and stop dropping the price tag, because I mean, shoot, but isn't the 79? Let's just Newegg. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. It's not an actual test. Newegg. What's the price on a 79? You know, 79. What's the price on one of these guys? Because you can still get them. Yeah, I don't think Intel's going to just magically drop their $3,000 price tag on their high-end, you know, CPUs, especially like something like this. Even with the i9 stuff, you know, I don't exactly expect them to drop price like that. However, AMD out of the gate is automatically kind of setting the bar, right? So like you have this AMD chip that out of the gate is still going to be pretty bamf. It's going to be pretty awesome. So for Intel to really drop it and not only make an Intel chip that is comparable to that AMD chip, but also comparable in price, having a tough time thinking that it's going to happen. It might, but Brian, what else can Intel do at this point? Yeah, cry. Pretty much. That's about it. Yeah, they're kind of not really into it. I don't know. That's just my speculation. Obviously, I'm just who am I? I'm just a guy that works for ModMyMods. What do I know, right? Who knows? Let's see. One thing, though, let's hope who gets the new cars have a power supply that supports it. Most of us have more than 750. I have 1,000, but there are some that try to run the big card with less than 500. If you try and run a 30 series card on a 500 watt power supply, you should consider what you're doing with your life. Mostly because you're buying things out of hype, which is cool. That's great. But why don't you hype yourself up for a new power supply? Because that's what you're going to need next. Just saying. What do I know? Again, just a guy that works at ModMyMods. This is just my 2 cents. But who knows? You know, it might work with a 500 watt power supply, but I highly doubt it. I highly, highly doubt it. So, hi, Facebook user. I'm new here. Is this an AA group? Yeah, it is. It's an AA group for automatic autonomous bands. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's not an AA group. It is a tech group. We're talking about water cooling and things that are happening in the news. But I mean, I guess that could be part of an AA group. I don't know. Whatever. Mr. PC Works and Tiny Tim is here. Yes. Cool. You know what's awesome about that, Mr. Tiny Tim? Well, you're on my docket for this evening because, bam, look at that. Mr. PC Works himself is here. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I really appreciate it today. The one thing that I wanted to show off was this awesome RGB style photo here, obviously, of one of his builds that he put together. I thoroughly enjoy a lot of the things that this guy does, not only because he holds graphics cards upside down into the sky, but mostly because he holds everything into the sky, which is awesome. But he also puts expectations into the sky. Did you see what I did there? You see what I did? Okay. Anyways, Mr. PC Works over at Instagram does some pretty cool stuff. It builds all sorts of fun little things. This particular one, which was a Star Wars themed build, he did for a client not too long ago. Looks pretty cool, pretty awesome. He does some awesome stuff. And go give him a like, a share, a tweet, a follow, all that type of thing. He would much appreciate it, and so would I. I would appreciate that. So we're going to do the shout-out showdown here. We're going to just go down the list here of everybody that I love, and I'm sure I'm going to forget some people, so I apologize. If I forget, just send me a message and be like, hey, dude, you're a douche, you forgot. And I'll get you next time. Promise. Got your back. Because you got my back, and together we can rub our backs together. Okay, that was kind of weird. Anyways, another person that I really appreciate, I had to end up sending out some dice filter material to, is our good friend Jonathan over at Brain Tech Society. This is actually run by Jonathan and Mr. Jason Proctor, who is part of the Oris crew. These guys do some really, really incredible stuff. We got to help him out here, though, because he ain't got no dust filter behind there. And I'll tell you what, you're going to pick up some particles from outside and outdoors and things, and it's gonna go in your computer, and you don't want that. You ain't want that. But I really, really like what he did, and I really enjoy all of the things that he did. Damn it, see, as soon as I said that, Andre hopped in, and he's one of the people that I forgot, because I'm a dick. I forgot. God damn it. Alright, so I'll add it in here in a second. This is some pretty cool stuff. Again, Jonathan and Jason do some really, really cool stuff. They make some really fun builds, and they would like a share, a tweet, a follow. Hey, you know who else would like a share, a tweet, a follow? Is our good friend Oracle Mods, who just hopped in. Mr. Andre, Mr. Alexander himself, who does, that's a 6-post banger right here. If you're looking on Instagram, you scroll down, you see this bad boy. He's got some pretty cool builds that are going on here as well. So if you want to tickle your pickle when it comes to water cooling and see some fancy dancy stuff, he will definitely please. That is for sure. Mr. Wood said, doesn't need a dust filter if he's running TT. It'll be dead before the end of the year. Come on, give him a little slack. Yeah, there's 2 fans on top of my PC that are dead too, but shh. It's okay. But anyways, again, Mr. Oracle Mods himself, definitely out and about and does some pretty cool stuff. Give him a like, a share, a tweet, follow. He would appreciate that very much. Another person that would appreciate that very much, Mr. I Made It to Oris on the page himself, Mr. Shellback Tech Travis, which we're going to take a look at here, made it onto or Asus North America page, which is pretty dope, especially on Twitter. Pretty cool. And he made it on there for his awesome little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, remember, everything that Shellback does, pretty much everything except for that red and white PC that he built for himself, is actually charity. So all of these PCs that you see put together and all these boxes here, don't get jealous, because they're going to other people, and other people that probably need it a hell of a lot more than you do. So again, really, really awesome stuff that he's putting together. An awesome family man, a vet himself, and has really done an awesome job in the industry. That's for sure. So go give him a like, a share, a tweet, a follow. He would appreciate that. I would appreciate that. And then we can all appreciate together. Really, really cool stuff. Cool stuff. Another person that I'd like to give a nice shout out to is TPB Mods, Mr. Kevin James Daly, Mr. Canadian Kevin. That's how we greet each other. We go, hey Kevin, it's Kevin from the US, or hey Kevin, it's Big Kevin, or hey Canadian Kevin, it's Kevin, you know. But we have fun with it. But he's a great guy as well. He does some pretty cool stuff. He's competing in the Cooler Master World Series as much as a lot of other people are. But he has got some pretty neat things that are going on as well. You might have remembered that I shared this, the Monster Libido, whatever, build that he put together is pretty gnarly. And the fact that he took it outside and took some photos of it is kind of on Tiny Tim's level. I mean, Tim takes some pictures of some rigs out in the middle. I don't know where the hell he takes them, but he does some pretty cool stuff. It's like he takes them on a walk, puts a leash on them, and walks the PC. I don't know. But again, give them a like, share, tweet, follow. They would appreciate it. I would appreciate it, and then we can all appreciate together. You help me, and I help you. You know, that's how it works. Miss Mosher, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. I hope everything is going well over in the TV land. Things over here in the computer industry have been great and terrible all at the same time, so I can only imagine that's about the same where you're at too. So thanks for joining us, Miss. I really appreciate it. Another great fan of mine is, another fan that I am of him is Mr. Stefan, Random Design 3D. He is putting together a bunch of awesome things, and is one of the best 3D printers that I think I've ever seen and or ever met. He does some just freaking insane stuff. Like, I don't know where the hell, like, what is going on inside of his brain to let him do this stuff. But, man, he does some pretty remarkable stuff. He is actually working with us, working together to put together a couple pieces of the mod that is coming up for AMD that we are putting together. It's going to be a Star Wars themed mod, and who better to have help us with Star Wars stuff than, well, Mr. X-Wing himself, right? I mean, he built the frickin' X-Wing. I want one of those. I can't have it, but I want one. So maybe this is the next best thing. So more information about that is coming up in the next couple days, couple weeks. Again, we finally, oh my god, finally got our freaking hardware, so that's in, and it's in stock, and we can, in stock, it was finally put into stock, so now we can actually start modding things like we're supposed to, because you can't really mod anything when you don't have the sizing or the shapes or the, you know, can't lower a car until you know how much you can lower it, right? You know, I mean, you don't want to drop it like 4 inches and then have your axles being all stupid, right? So, other than that, give him a like, a share, a tweet, a follow. Again, big shout out to Stefan. He's awesome. He does some pretty cool stuff and has really helped us out here and there. Really appreciate it. Another good friend of ours is Kaylin over in Oregon, way the heck over on the other side of the world. Well, actually, more on the other side of the country, but that's beside the point. We're actually getting to the other side of the world, but that's next. He does some really cool stuff as well. I miss him dearly. He is a very good friend of mine, has been doing things for a long time, and definitely has got some things that are going on and tricks up his sleeve coming up soon. So make sure you give him a like, share, tweet, follow. He would appreciate that as well. And yeah, Kalen has been through a lot lately, and you know, if he's watching, I miss you, buddy. I really hope the best for you and everything that's going on. You know, anybody that's going through the tough time, I appreciate that. You know, there's a lot of shit in the world that's happening, and it's not so great. So, again, hope you guys can give him a like, a share, tweet, follow. He would appreciate it. So would I. And then, to last but not least, that I have on my docket here. Around the world, literally exactly 12 hours away. Well, not 12 hours. There's exactly a 12-hour time difference. Mr. AK Mod TW. Yes, he is based out of Taiwan. He's a good friend of ours. We have actually had the pleasure of meeting him. He's the one that ended up creating these carbon fiber pieces. They're not real carbon fiber, but they're hydro dipped, and then they have a crazy gloss finish on them. So it actually looks pretty damn legit to me. Not gonna lie. And it was definitely a proper way to do a hydro dip too. So all these accent pieces that he put together as part of, I'm pretty sure it's part of the Cooler Master World Series. I could be wrong, but that's my guess. It's my guess. So again, big shout out to him. He's supporting some Mod Water as well, and all of these guys, everybody that I've listed here, really great friends, really great people, and would appreciate any and all support that you guys can give them. So like, share, tweet, follow, replace, you know, some take old biddies with some awesome water cooling stuff, right? Because Instagram's not all about that. It's about water cooling too. Promise. All right, so last but not least, I wanted to show you that if you go onto our website here and you type in dual pump top, I'm pretty sure. Please don't fail me now. Yes, sweet, it works. Okay, if you type in dual pump top and you are really interested in getting one of these, well, guess what? We got them. Yeah, we do. I think we got 3 left because 2 of them like flew off the shelf immediately. The water-cooled D5 dual pump top is actually in stock and available now. So if you want to jam 2 bad pumps right into this bad boy, you can make this thing work. It is pretty dope, not gonna lie. It looks really, really cool. The actual, let's see if I can get this in here now. Here, copy this, and we'll paste it there. There we go. Okay, all right, great. The actual look of this thing is unbelievable. It is like an industrial looking setup. It's just, yeah, that's cool. That's dope. I like it. I definitely like it. So definitely, if you are looking into getting one of those, please let me know. I mean, I'm sure they're probably not going to last this weekend. So if you really, really want one, you better tell me now, or at least in the next, hour and a half before I leave this building, and then I will actually set one aside for you. But that's kind of exclusive to only the people that are here. So if you're not here and you wanted one, that's too bad. It's too bad. You can wait until next shipment. Now the other dual pump top for the MORAD, which is coming out soon. Actually, I think we have one of these left. There's one of these. So if you got one of these monster radiators here, and you are looking to add in the dual pump top on the side of your MORAD, well, guess what? There's a bracket for that, and they make one. They got them. And it looks dope. So you can set your dual pump top right there on the side there and pump it right into a Tube 150 or a Tube 100 or whatever you want. It's right there. It's right there. We got them. I think there's only one left. But get it while it's hot because they're not going to last long. And anyone that knows water cool, it takes time. And, well, excellence takes time. So they're there and then they're gone. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. But I know that we'll be getting more of these in stock. So, again, if you're looking for one of those, we definitely have one right now. I know we have it, but it won't last long. Again, it'll probably be gone by the end. If not the end of today, definitely by the end of this weekend. So, get it while it's hot. Because it's hot right off the grill. The water cool grill. No takers on that? Okay. All right. Anyways, so last but not least, the one thing I did want to share with you is a little bit of frustration, which is kind of fun. You guys get to listen and watch me struggle. So you guys ready for that? Here we go. All right. So, well, what ended up... See, what had happened is that, well, the A320 and the A320neo had crashed into the ground multiple times. Why? Well, because we decided that we were going to release a Japan update for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and then we weren't going to fix any of the actual problems. So the A320 went, cut all engines, hard bank to the right, and then smashed itself into the ground. And I thought I was doing something wrong, and guess what? I wasn't, because it was a problem. Because if you see right here, under the visuals and animation, which doesn't make any damn sense because that should be down under here where like the actual avionics are airliner systems. Airbus, the APU fuel shutting down. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Fix the mass thrust display. Okay, yep, that's good. Fix the missing runway, blah, blah, blah. Improve the disappearance of the legs. Yep, stars are filtered. One, okay. Invalid entry, flaps to full. Okay, yeah, that's great and all, but it doesn't say anything about the the autopilot fixing itself. So the autopilot overshooting altitude capture point during descent. Okay, that was a problem. Allows up to 850 feet per minute max when you're, which is now 6,000, which it should have been all to get, like, from the get-go. Because, like, let's put it this way. Let's put it in hands, right? Okay, so this is 32, right? Which is 32 feet per minute, which is how many feet you'd climb, right? And then that would be, like, 45. That's like 6. This is like 8,500. Okay, you're not supposed to fly a plane like that, and especially when you hit the autopilot, it is not supposed to just. We're climbing, guys. We're climbing. No. That's not how it's supposed to work. So supposedly, maybe, sorta, who actually knows? But I haven't actually downloaded this yet because I haven't actually had a chance to be down here because, again, New York State loves to give it to you real hard, which is great, and that's not exactly what I wanted to do today. So, unfortunately, the thing that I have a problem with is that, okay, so I got this. I know that the update's coming. I'm gonna update it and everything like that. But because this game is run through the Microsoft Store, at least the version that I bought, which blows. I mean the store, not the game. The game kind of blows sometimes when it's not working right, but that's beside the point. So you go to the store and you're like, okay, cool. All right, well, let me check and see, dude, like, is there an update? Because, like, you got all these things here. Let's check and see if Microsoft Flight Simulator's got an update because, you know, I want to know if they fix the autopilot. So you go into Microsoft Flight Simulator and you go, all right, cool, this product is installed. Great, yeah. Oh, wait, play? Okay, well, is there a way that I can check if there's not? Oh, no, okay. All right. Well, see, the problem that I have is that when I click update, it's going to download this, right? It's going to go download it. Okay, cool. And then it's going to say, hey, you got to restart and then install the update. And guess where it's going to bring you to? This freaking page right here. It's going to just drop you off right at the same place that you were going to in the first place. And then, like, you click update. And then guess what it's going to do? It's going to make you do the update. And then you're going to have to go back into freaking Microsoft Flight Simulator all over again. And then maybe it'll actually work. But I don't know. Again, those are just some of my qualms and complaints about this lovely new game that just came out. It's not really a game, it's Flight Simulator, but that's beside the point. We'll have to see. I'm going to give it a try on Tuesday. Hopefully, maybe. I'm going to try it this weekend and see if we can actually fly. If we can fly, maybe what we'll do is on the stream, live on the stream, we'll actually fly from here to somewhere. And I can take you through the steps of actually how you do it. I don't know if that would be interesting to you guys, or that might be something that you might want to watch or see, or just hear me blab about. That's fine too. But typically when I fly a plane and I'm just doing my thing, I usually am flying the plane and have like web browsers up and I'm watching a TV and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. So maybe it might be fun, you know, fly a plane and multitask all at the same time. So, but again, if you haven't downloaded it yet, it is a relatively small patch. It's under a gig, which is very surprising, especially from Microsoft Flight Simulator, because every update that they have is it's almost as bad as Call of Duty, but nothing tops the Call of Duty updates. Which, by the way, if you didn't know, the new update that's coming out for what is it, the zombie thing or whatever it is, yeah, that's like another 37 gigs. So I don't know what the total is, but it's over 240 something or something like that. But, you know, cry now and then go buy 500 gig SSD just for that game. They'd appreciate that. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I got for you guys today. I hope you had a wonderful afternoon. I hope you enjoyed the stream today. We really appreciate everything that you do. Everyone that we work with, all of the people that we work with, everyone from Mr. Wood. Oh yeah, that was actually what I was supposed to talk about. Totally forgot. Sorry, dude. Hold on. I'll get to it. We got to talk about this for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I promise. And then we're done. We'll be done. I promise. All right. So, of course, when I do that, it's not going to show up like it's supposed to. Why would it? You know, I mean, why don't you, can we not? Can we do this? There we go. All right, cool. Hey, if you head on over to modmymods.com and take a look under Liquid, and you look Liquid Accessories. Yeah. If you go over to Liquid Accessories, guess what's in stock now? Yeah, the Mayhem's Blitz kit. So, okay, guess what? Is your water cooling dirty? It probably is. So why don't you clean it out with the Mayhem's Blitz kit? You get part 1 and part 2 in the one kit. It's only $22.94. You get it shipped out the door. Right? Only use part 1 for the radiators, though, because if you use it for the rest of your stuff, you gonna ruin it. So don't do that. But you can get the part 1, the Blitz kit, the entire thing, not the 1 or the 2, or if you only need 1 or 2, they're both available. So definitely take a look at ModMyMods.com. We have them in stock, and guess what? They'll probably be out of stock by the end of the weekend, because that's just how everything works, you know? Mr. Wood sends one out, and sends out a pallet worth of stuff, and it's gone. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how fast they are. So get them while they're hot. Appreciate all the support that he's been able to help us out with, and again, obviously we wouldn't be here without him. So again, we really like this stuff. We like to keep our loops clean, and I would highly recommend using it. It is definitely well worth the $14 plus shipping, or $22.94 plus shipping. So it's not bad. And then you gotta buy some distilled water, because you gotta flush that shit out. It's disgusting. You probably put all sorts of crap in there. You didn't even know it was in there. And guess what? We're gonna clean it right out. Kind of like Orbit. Clean that mouth up, right? Got poop in your mouth? Clean it up with Orbit. Got poop in your loop? Clean it up with Mayhems. That's all. All right, that's it for me today. I really appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. I hope you had a wonderful afternoon, and hopefully we'll see you on Tuesday. Other than that, have a great weekend, and we will talk to you later. See ya.